Hey guys, and welcome back to Fringe Friday. As always, I am Carmen. Today we are watching season 3, episode 13 of Fringe. I am, as always, so excited to get into it. Last week we left off on like a huge freaking cliffhanger. We discovered that Sam is in fact the author of the First People books. How did he write it? When did he write it? What was the purpose for him writing it? How the hell did Nina Sharp find him? Did he insert himself into her life because he knew at some point that he wanted to get the ducks in a row so stuff would happen? Who's he rooting for? Which side? Is he kind of like the observers and doesn't have a side, or is he invested in our side and our Olivia? There's there's a lot of questions there regarding just what the hell is gonna happen in the future and what his motivations are. And I super hope that we delve into those things at some point. Also, he kind of dropped another little bomb that whoever Peter chooses, their world is the one that will survive. Obviously, I feel very strongly that Peter would be an absolute fool to choose Olivia when he has Olivia right in front of him, it makes no sense to me. But we'll see how it goes. Also, did Walternate know that little tidbit of information? And is that why he sent for Olivia in the first place, so that Peter could form an attachment to her and therefore, by extension, their world? Sounds like a very Walter thing to do, so I would not put it past him. What else? We also had Olivia discovering Peter's thoughts via the other Cortexiphan kid. I talked about my thoughts about that at the end of the last episode. I don't think that people's thoughts should be used against them, especially because there's so many factors that go into the things that race through your mind. There's very little validity oftentimes in the thoughts that go racing through someone's head just at any given time due to many factors that are at play. Not going to ramble on that again. I already talked about it. I'm going to stop rambling at you right now, in fact, and let's get right into an episode that hopefully won't make me cry. And so it begins.
For a week until the end of time.
Yeah. Previously on Fringe.
Are we going back to World B? Why are we back in World B? You guys, why are we back in World B? This is stressful. Who's she waiting for? Her man?
Guess who?
Yeah.
Well, the voice isn't familiar, but the hands I like. They're kind of rugged and sexy.
I wonder if he knows what happened in our world.
We should probably leave because I'm waiting for my boyfriend and we haven't seen each other for a few months and he's really big and strong, so yeah.
It's kind of cute.
There's something in your face that's kind of ringing a bell.
Yeah, maybe it's my lips.
This is her first time seeing him after coming back and having her, let's say, dalliance with Peter.
Everybody talks about the weather, nobody does anything about it.
Can't really do anything about the weather.
Waiting on someone who got delayed.
Not trusting of him.
Thank you.
What did he put in the drink?
Liv, everything all right? Just didn't say a word to me on the drive back from the airport. can't call from Texas. You seemed a bit distant.
Well, she went to another world, fell in love with another man.
Just you almost didn't seem like yourself.
She wasn't for a little bit there.
Just want to make sure it's not something more.
No.
Makes me a little uncomfortable. Like what she did with Peter is essentially cheating, right? Because she had feelings for him. Like she didn't. I mean, even if it was just her mission, it's still cheating. But I'm so confused at what just happened to that man. He gave him something in his drink. He threw up. And then a bunch of roaches appeared? Where those bitches come from?
You want to get away this weekend?
Sure. Where?
I don't know. How about we hop on an airship and go down to Annapolis like we used to? You go to the crab shack on the wharf or...
Oh, Brecky's?
Right? Remember how great their jukebox was?
I would love that. Donna.
Might not be possible. Wonder if he's planning to like propose and that's why he wants to go away to a place they used to always go, you know.
Spontaneous bug eruption.
So he became the roaches.
Bugs had eaten their way from the inside out.
Oh.
New boss is here.
How is it that when you say boss, it sounds like insubordination?
You see, that's my tone. Maybe that's why I didn't get the promotion.
Yeah, maybe. Or else I'm better than you.
Okay, so they're...
I kind of missed them.
Insect databases, we still can't find a match.
Oh, they don't have roaches there? Maybe they're not roaches.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Secretary.
Oh. I was kind of hoping that bitch was dead. Sorry.
That's actually not why I asked you here.
What do you want?
Experiments with the chemical we synthesized from the other Olivia's brain. It appears there's been a breakthrough. This subject was given his second dose of the day. 43 minutes later, this happened.
Danny, how are you doing this?
I thought it only worked in kids. Oh, is he gonna like die because of it?
What's the difference? We'll know more after we dissect his brain, but I have a theory. Age. This subject was the youngest of the group.
Oh, okay.
Your notion that the human brain is infinitely capable at birth. We simply need younger
They're realizing.
subjects
Yeah.
than the children.
Walternate's drawing the line on children.
Sir, we may be close.
No children. That is not an option. To try something else.
I like that for Walternate. Oh, it's she's from Supernatural.
Agent Charlie Foster. Francis. I'm Foster. Mona Foster.
We met before?
I treated you for your arachnid infestation.
Oh.
I'm not surprised you don't remember me. You were in a lot of pain. So, how are the spiders?
Just sometimes they just itch a little bit.
Maybe you just need someone to scratch it.
That's cute.
Don't even start with me. Don't.
That girl's got a crush on Charlie. Come on, everybody's looking for someone who's gonna like them for who they are inside, right?
Are you kidding?
That was funny. Gotta give it to her.
Scoliosis, which
Ah,
answers
okay.
one
So it's a
question
beetle.
but raises a whole bunch of others.
It's extinct.
Such as, how is this here? Skelter beetles are...
Oh, she's super ignoring Olivia.
And given that all the sheep died out 10 years ago...
The bugs died with them.
They are extinct. Also, there's no sheep.
placed it into the substrate.
What is he trying to do?
10 milliliters of the protein complex to catalyze a reaction.
Okay.
If the enzyme is present, the indicator will turn pink.
Enzyme. He's looking for an enzyme. Assumedly for some... There's some enzyme in these beetles that would help him do something. Maybe save somebody he loves. Something like that.
I can only imagine what it is you see in a guy like that.
Oh, he's kind of perfect, isn't he?
No, I am perfect, but he's a close second.
Right.
Jealous.
See, what's odd is with the sheep, they have a...
Her smile, like, very subtly changed when she was looking at him.
Question is why? What changed?
Why don't you just ask?
What's that?
When you don't know the answer to something, you ask someone who does. Put out a fringe alert to the public. Odds are that someone will recognize this beetle and call in a tip. In fact, statistics suggest you will get at least 2 calls.
I don't know what they pay you here, but I definitely need you in my life.
I love Otherworld Astrid. I want to know more about her.
This is my research, but you probably wouldn't understand.
Try me.
I don't think you want to understand.
Have you heard of Watson and Crick?
They're those DNA guys, right?
That's right, yeah. How about Dr. Armand Silva?
Is that him?
I don't know that one. You will.
It is him. He's trying to cure something.
I'll have what he's having.
That means he's gonna kill that guy.
I was hoping if the case wraps up this weekend, if Olivia could have a few days.
Why? You two got big plans or something?
He does. He's gonna propose. I swear that's what's gonna happen.
Can you,
Keep a secret?
keep a secret?
Oh!
Are you kidding me? I have my own, like, cone of silence when it comes to secrets.
Do you, Lincoln? Do you?
Ma'am, nobody's gonna eat your dog.
No,
all right?
sir, these
Thank you
bugs
for
do not
calling.
have control of your wife. Well, we have had 200 phone calls, mostly from nut jobs and scared
Frank's gonna
old
ask you to
ladies.
marry him.
Yep.
This weekend, he just told me. I promised I'd keep it a secret, but you know me, I can't
Keep secrets?
keep a secret.
Also, you hold a torch for her. I would ship it, honestly. Oh gosh.
Ship it up?
She's panicking.
What are you gonna say? To Frank? What?
Wait.
I can keep a secret.
You... That has literally just been proven false 2 seconds ago. Lincoln, you cannot keep a secret.
It's like those bugs were his whole life. But if he's not dead, he's definitely the guy you want to talk to. If anyone will know how those bugs have come back, it'll be him.
I mean, he brought them back. Or they never actually left because he had one sample, specimen, whatever. Oh my god, if they're alive, they can just walk away. Oh, okay, he's catching them. What if one just went down your mouth? Like, how messed up would that be? Sorry.
Do you want me to give you some time alone?
No, please don't.
That's not his wife.
You're lovely, you know that?
You're sweet. And you're also avoiding answering my question.
It's so weird to see Walter, like, with a woman, I guess.
If you had asked me a week ago, I would have told you that I would sacrifice anything to save our one.
But not
And
children.
in fact, there are lines I simply cannot cross.
That's good, Walternate. That's not a bad thing. I'm
Does that
glad.
make me weak?
No. Makes you human.
What makes you the most brilliant man I've ever known? And the fact you beat yourself up over these decisions. Now that's what makes me sure of your strength.
They're cute.
Underestimated his attachments over there.
I mean, he's literally been there for 20-something years.
But now you know about the girl. Peter better. You get him back.
I hope not.
I've seen your determination. You're well. I don't have a single doubt in my mind you'll find an answer. You always do.
She's like a good hype person. That's cute. I like that they are really humanizing Walternate, like giving him somebody he loves, giving him like lines he won't cross like children. It feels good.
CDC had a grant he applied for on file back in '97. Claims he was close to a vaccine for the avian flu.
Gosh, if that's true,
I know, it would have saved millions.
That's why he wants the bugs.
He's...
Yes, thank you. And it's my ID.
And you forgot this.
Really? Right now?
I was gonna wait till this weekend. I know we have a lot to figure out. There's your job, and there's my job, and there's my mother. Look, being away from you made me realize how much I can't stand being away from you.
Oh God.
Olivia, will you marry me?
I really don't know what she's gonna say.
Yes.
That's not really how I expected it to go, honestly. It's cute though. Oh no, that face though. That face though.
What?
I said yes. Frank asked me and I said yes.
And? You happy?
Yeah, I am.
There's like the slightest hesitation sometimes when she talks about it that makes me nervous. Look, I don't want her to be with Peter because our Olivia should be with Peter, but I also don't want her to like be unhappy for the rest of her life. You know? Be careful, Lincoln, please. Oh. Hey! No, Lincoln, I like you. Lincoln. Start guess. I mean, you would never be able to guess, but I mean, you could just luck into it. The passcode, I mean. Come on, Olivia. You gotta find Lincoln. Scared me too, damn. Girl, watch out. Those beetles are everywhere. Don't let it get in you. No, what are you doing? Oh, he's totally tied her down or something. He's being creepy.
Where's Lincoln?
He's in the freezer. He's on ice. Making it brittle so he can like bust it open. Damn, that worked.
One more human host to bring the queen beetle to term.
But it's over now, because we know who you are.
You don't understand. The gestation has already begun.
What? It's already in her? The water?
What the hell did you give me?
Don't move!
Lincoln, don't shoot him.
It's up to him.
No, we need his help. I've been infected.
Yep, yep, yep. Maybe that bug lady can help. Like she helped Charlie.
You made me drink the water.
Somebody bag that glass!
What do we do?
Stop the infestation.
What do we do to stop it? Get to the hospital. Serena, get to the hospital. You're running out of time. Go. Go!
Get the bug lady!
Dave, I'm gonna do everything I can. Just hold on.
Everybody out. Now!
What are they gonna do?
Tell me how to save her. Oh, you have one more chance.
He doesn't care about dying. He wants the vaccine.
Tell me!
If you want your friend to live, put down the gun and do exactly as I say.
those panels over there. I'll tell you how to save your friend.
Why?
The anti-parasitic that I'm going to give you is powerful. It's going to kill the bugs inside you before they hatch.
Why do I sense that there's a bug coming?
Because it's a lot for your system to take.
So what do we do?
I don't think we have a choice.
He's saying it might kill her, but these bugs will definitely kill her. Is that what he's trying to say?
I see movement.
What?
I gave you what you wanted. Now you tell me how to save her.
I don't think he will.
She doesn't need saving.
See?
I didn't infect her.
She was sick.
Not because of me. She's not the final host.
Who is? No! It's him!
Syringe is ready.
It's him! Wait, why is she sick then?
Stop. What? Take a look at this.
Is she just pregnant? Is she...
Picture on the sonogram?
Uh-huh.
You're not infected.
Oh my god.
You're pregnant.
You guys, that's not Frank's baby. What the fuck?
The queen is ready.
That's horrifying. You guys,
Make sure I spell my name right.
Alright, that's a bit of an egotistical way to end your life, but okay. Girl, you know it's not Frank's. Oh, this is so bad. He has to know it's not his. He's been gone for months, right?
I come in.
He has to know. He has to know. He has to know. And if not now, then he's gonna fucking find out by how far along she is.
What did the doctor say?
That the baby's healthy. And that the fall and the adrenaline triggered some kind of morning sickness.
He has to know. He has to know. He has to know.
How far along are you?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. He's not an idiot. He's not an idiot.
How long have you been pregnant?
He's not an idiot.
6 weeks.
He was gone.
Were you in love with him?
Yep.
That's all I needed to know.
I feel so bad for him. This poor man.
You were gonna marry me.
I never tell you. You guys, I just can't help but think of like how upset our Olivia would be by this news. You know? Breaks my heart for her. I really hope she never finds out.
I think I might have another way to bring Peter back from the other universe.
Oh, he knows. Oh, he's leaving. I mean, of course.
Forgive my intrusion. Hope this isn't a bad time.
No, I hate this.
Please
I
come
hate
in.
it so much. I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
I heard the news about your pregnancy. Don't worry. Your position with Fringe Division will remain intact. You'll have whatever resources you need.
What if she doesn't want to keep the baby? Do they ever consider that? I really hope that's the end, because a bitch cannot take any more fucking shit right now. Like, hold on. I need a minute. Alright, you guys. So, I'm having a little bit of trouble processing the end of this episode. Like, holy shit. Like, season 3 really is like, oh, did you want to take a little bit of a breath? Did you want to like calm down a bit? Did you want to not be emotionally fucking devastated? Too bad, because we're not gonna let you have that. You're not gonna get a reprieve. You're not getting it, right? Like, hell, the writers just went off in this season. And a part of me loves it. A part of me is like, I deserve a break. A little bit of like a fluffy monster of the week. A little bit of not seeing characters that I love emotionally devastated, or learning news that I know will emotionally devastate them. You know, just something like that. There's a lot to talk about in this episode, but it would be foolish of me to wait to talk about the end until the end. Like, I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but you guys know me. It's probably gonna happen. I can't help but think of our Olivia when Olivia gets this news, right? Like, I can't help but be emotionally devastated, because if Olivia decides that she wants to keep this baby, which kind of seems like she doesn't have a choice. Also, you know, maybe she wants to keep it because she wants to have that piece of Peter with her. Like, you know, couldn't blame her for that, really. But I think it's interesting that there was no conversation at all in regards to, like, if she's going to keep it or not. And I don't know if that's a side effect of the time, or just she's not going to get that option no matter what, because, you know, other factors like Walternate are at work here. And her having Peter's baby is obviously a big factor for Peter to want to come back to World B. I was wondering why we were in World B. Curious as to, you know, what crazy things were happening over there. And I was like, oh, we're just having like a little Monster of the Week episode in World B. We're seeing the fallout. We're seeing, you know, Olivia and Frank and Lincoln and the dynamics and like post-Broyles Fringe division, getting cute moments with Astrid, you know, like, okay, I'm okay with this. And then of course it's not that easy. Of course it's not that simple. Of course they're not just letting me have a moment and actually allowing me to form some sort of attachment to Olivia. Of course this episode couldn't have just been that. You know, I kind of hoped that that's what this episode was, because the thing is, as much as I've talked about what I view, or my opinion of what Olivia and Peter, like what happened between them initially, I still feel that way. I still feel like that's the proper word to use. However, it really seems like the show is not taking that standpoint, is not taking that viewpoint, and I wish they had gone about it differently because of that. However, seeing that they're not taking that viewpoint, it doesn't mean that that's not what I think it should be called. But I am going to try my hardest to not let that mar my view of Olivia going forward. Like, I feel like this episode was a good step in the right direction, because it really was humanizing her and letting us see a glimpse into her life again, you know, like just her being her again, not pretending to be anybody else, just her being herself. And we haven't seen that in a while, in a way that was, you know, we would be receptive to it. I think it's hard to talk about because I've gotten a lot of hate in the comments for viewing it that way. I think that is the fault of the show for portraying it that way. Essentially what I'm saying, in a long rambly way, so maybe I'll cut that and just include this. I see where the writers were trying to go with the Olivia and Peter storyline. Based off of the episodes that have come since episode 4, I do not think that the non-consensual nature of that relationship really entered the writer's mind. It doesn't seem. maybe at some point in the future it's going to be addressed as such, but it doesn't seem like they really put a lot of credence into that. They kind of seem to be more in the like, oh, she tricked him and it sucks, but she did love him and he did kind of care about her, so who will he choose sort of situation, right? Like, I get where the writers wanted to go with the storyline. Sam said in the last episode, this episode with Olivia being pregnant kind of amplifies it, you know. Peter has a choice to make, and whether he chooses Olivia or Olivia, like, is the crux of it. And in order to get him, or to complicate that choice, the writers chose the only way they really knew how to make it a choice at all, right? And that is to make Peter have some sort of feelings for Olivia in order to complicate his feelings and relationship with Olivia to the point where that would even be a question of a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get where the writers were going with it. I don't necessarily agree with it. Anyway, yeah, long story short, I am giving Olivia a second chance because I'm tired of just hating every moment that she's on screen. I'm kind of done with it. Like, I just want to enjoy the show. So even though I think that the writers went about it the wrong way and there could have been a better way to go about it, like, I get why it had to happen, because, you know, you can't get pregnant without having sex. So that's obviously a big part of the, like, oh, what's he gonna choose storyline. I wish they hadn't gone there, but I see now, because of the way that they're taking the story, that they had to go there. So seeing that, I wish that had gone a different way. But like I said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done. Anyway, all of that being said, I really felt for Olivia in this episode, because I don't know, I feel bad for her, because I think that, I don't know, it's hard to say, right? Because I think I like the idea of Peter and Olivia's love, like I've talked about in a previous episode, being the sort of love that transcends universes and just is like epic soulmate level love, right? Like, I like that idea. So I can, like, understand how Olivia would be conflicted being back with Frank after having fallen in love with Peter, you know? And I felt for her in those moments where, like, Frank's asking her to marry him and they're having these intimate moments, and you just see the hesitation and the way the smile, like, drops just a little bit from her face, that she's settling in a way for Frank because she can't have Peter. And in a way, like, I feel for her. I also feel incredibly bad for Frank in this episode. Like, there's just, I wish that she could have been honest with him, and that she could have given him the choice of whether or not he wanted to continue their relationship, knowing that she had cheated on him, that she had feelings for someone else. I wish that had been approached in maybe a more mature and adult way. I also understand that she's trying to bury that shit, like, push it way down deep, and so she wouldn't, you know, just tell him. She's trying to move on with her life. Like, she's like, my life is here in this world. I'm trying to, like, put Peter and World A in the rearview mirror, so she's not going to talk about it, obviously. However, I think it's another, like, tricky moral choice that Olivia is making that I disagree with her on, and that is, she's not telling Frank the truth, not only because she's trying to bury, like, Peter and the feelings there, but because it could risk what she has with Frank. And I don't know. I think that you should be honest with people. I don't think that you should cheat on people. I think that if you're at that point in your relationship, then just end the relationship, you know? Barring if you're, like, poly or you're somebody who, you know, is in an open relationship. Like, I'm talking about like a monogamous 2-person relationship. Like, if you get to the point where you cheat on the person or really want to, I feel like you should just end the relationship and, you know, like, move on. But I mean, the fact that she could fall in love with someone else should tell her that she's not as in love with Frank as she thought that she was, you know? I think he was safe and fun and comfortable for her, but maybe he didn't challenge her or excite her in the ways that she wanted to be. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with 2 people being incompatible, you know? I don't know. I just felt bad for Frank because you find out that your girlfriend or fiance cheated on you because she's pregnant with another guy's baby. Like, poor dude. Like, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Lincoln because he, I think, is still holding that torch for Olivia. Honestly, I would ship Lincoln and Olivia. Like, I would be happy with that ship. I would be like, yep, I'm on board the train. I'm gonna put my little shipper goggles on and I'm gonna be like, yay, go, woo, it's cute, you know? Like, I'd be okay with it. I also really, really missed Charlie and Lincoln. Like, I didn't realize how much I missed them until we got them back, and their little banter and their playing off each other was so cute. Also, Charlie and Anna from Supernatural would be so cute. Like, adorable. Like, I would ship it. I don't know, you guys. I feel like there's only one thing really to talk about in this episode after the way it ended. And it's the, who will Peter choose? Like, what will Peter choose? And it's just, it's frustrating because it makes no sense that Peter wouldn't choose our Olivia. But it also makes no sense that Peter wouldn't have some sort of feeling and attachment to and desire to know his child and have some stake in saving his child's world and his former world. You know what I mean? Like, it's Fringe really likes to throw these fucking curveballs at me, and I don't know how to process them all the time, and I don't know how to deal with them. And I mean, who the hell would know how to deal with it, right? But it's just like, I love Peter. I love Olivia. I love Peter and Olivia. And there's no part of me that wants him to choose Olivia. Like, even knowing that she's pregnant, they're going to have a baby. There's no part of me. There's no part of me that wants him to choose Olivia and wants him to choose World B. I am attached to the people of World B. I don't want their world to go away. I like Walternate. I like his little relationship. I like seeing Walter happy and in a loving relationship. I love Charlie and Lincoln. I'm beginning to like Olivia to an extent. I feel like the show doesn't super want me to because now she's pregnant, and like right when I was getting to like her, you know? Like, I'm attached to World B. I don't want anything bad to happen to it. But I also very much don't want Peter to choose World B. Like, there's no part of me that wants our Olivia to lose again. Has she not been devastated enough, like, learning that Peter still has feelings for Olivia? Has that not been enough? Now she has to, at some point, learn that he has fucking impregnated her. Also, have you heard of protection, Peter? For Olivia? Have you heard of it? Condoms? Birth control? Plan B? Just saying. Just fucking saying. You guys, it's just, I'm like annoyed, but like also it's just, how much does our Olivia have to go through? You know, like how much devastation, how much sadness, how much heartbreak, like how much? How the fuck do they expect her to have an easy smile? How do they expect her to be unburdened? How do they expect her to be fucking happy when all the show does is put her through shit after shit after shit? You know? It's just, it's really upsetting to me. Like, I'm sorry, like, I know it's kind of silly that I'm crying, but I'm so worried about her reaction to this, you guys. Like, she's not gonna take this well. She's not gonna take this well. A few small things that I liked. Astrid being adorable as fuck and smart as fuck. Like, I love other Astrid. I love our Astrid. I love any iteration of Astrid. She's amazing and adorable and perfect. The sheep having similar DNA to humans, like the closest match, I think they said like 96%. And I was like, is that real? I don't think it is, because I know that in our world, and because he also said later that he tested on chimpanzees and monkeys and stuff like that, right? And it didn't work. I know that in our world, World A, which, you know, Fringe World is based off, World A is based off our world. Chimpanzees are the closest DNA match to humans. At least I'm pretty sure I remember that from science class, you know, just basic scientific knowledge. Like, humans and chimps share, I think, more than 96% of DNA, right? Like, I think that it's a closer match than that even. So it's interesting that it's sheep in this world. Interesting that sheep don't exist in this world anymore. Like, this world doesn't have coffee. It doesn't have sheep, apparently. It just doesn't have a lot of things. Well, I think coffee still exists, but like, almost, it doesn't. Anyway, this world is just like inferior in every way, kind of, to our world. Something I really liked about this episode also is the humanizing of Walternate. His no kids stance. I really like his relationship is super cute, and like they were adorable together, and it was just really cute to see Walter having somebody love him and believe in him like that. Or I know it's Walternate, but you know, an iteration of Walter having that was heartwarming to me. I also like that he said there's lines that he's not willing to cross, which I think makes him a better person, you know? Like, I think that he said, do you think it makes me weak? And no, I think that it makes you human. I think that it makes you relatable. I think that it's good that there are lines that you're not willing to cross. I think that that's moral, you know? I like that. I think that it's cute too that he's excited about the baby, right? Like, I think that Brandon, because fuck Brandon in this world, just wants to use it as a means to an end to get Peter back. Whereas Walternate, I think, genuinely, one, wants Peter back, and two, is excited for the prospect of having a grandchild, which again is just a very humanizing element to Walternate that we haven't really seen before, because we get Walter being humanized all the time, and it's nice to see more of Walternate being humanized. We've gotten glimpses of it in the past with like the way he reacted to Peter's clothes and the conversation he had with Broyles, and just like moments of seeing that vulnerability in Walternate. But it's nice to see it so prominently displayed in this episode. Like, I think it was a really good way to get the audience back on not Walternate's side, but to like understand where he's coming from more. Like, I think this episode in general was kind of a fix-it episode in a way, right? Like, not fix it, but I mean, it definitely fucked everything up. But in a way, I feel like this episode was to really humanize the characters of World B again, to really let us see them and understand them, and if not be on their side, then to at least understand their perspective and their side of things, right? So I think that it's doing a really good job of that. Don't love the pregnancy storyline just because of like the shock of it all. Sure. The way that it advances the plot of the story, like, yeah, I get it. The repercussions that this will inevitably have on our Olivia, hate. Not hate, but like, I'm just devastated. Look at me as an our Olivia mega fan, right? Like, I'm just in the corner of all of her scenes, like, go Olivia, I love you, like waving little flags, you know, like sending little kisses, like, I don't know, whatever fans do. I like that I'm like, whatever fans do. I'm a fan of so many things. But like, just picture me in that way, like a little cartoon waving flags and being like, I love you, you're so amazing, you know, you're doing great, sweetie, to our Olivia all of the time. That part of me is devastated by this storyline because of the inevitable repercussions that it's going to have on our Olivia. Also, like, just would love for our Olivia to catch a fucking break, you know? Like, why does our girl have to go through trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma on top of trauma, you know? Like, is it necessary? Because I would like her to go on a fucking vacation, you know? Have a fling. I don't even know. Like, do something, girl. Be happy. That's all I want for her. Again, I want to clarify. Sorry, because I just don't want to be misunderstood. I think it's a really interesting storyline. And I think that it's kind of the only way that they could actually make the stakes make sense, right? Like, it's the only way that they could make it where it's a choice for Peter, right? Because otherwise he's just going to choose our Olivia. Like, of course he would be an idiot not to. So I get where they're going with the storyline. I think it's a clever way of doing it. I just, again, I'm in the corner with my flags and I'm just worried about our girl. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling at you guys. Finally. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also join my Patreon and see the next episode right now, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every single episode thus far of Fringe. Excuse me, I have to like burp. I think it's gone. Until next time. Bye, guys.